welcome to Blades and Banners, a Tales of the Valiant actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Casey, what happened last time?
Oh, Philip, so much. We got to where we're going, okay? I just want to emphasize that
Absolutely
positive is we ended up where we wanted to be.
Unobserved, even.
Okay. Ouch. It was initially unobserved. We decided to park the boat and near another boat, just close to it, and leave it there. So we did that, and
Under the
we went
watchful
to
eye
the
of Finian.
island. That's right. He's got this. We unobserved went to the island towards the lighthouse, and then we ourselves observed the enemy ship coming towards ours. So bravely, Sahaina and Oren rushed back to help Finian and the ship. Oren shot off fireworks, alerting his position and killing an enemy. Well done, Oren. And Ellie Wise did her owl thing and then got attacked by an evil monster. And she didn't appreciate that, so she attacked the evil monster and then somehow ended up getting hit out of the sky and is now falling as Ellie Wise to the ground. It's
true.
That's it.
Yeah,
though.
and that feels like the urgent thing to deal with. So let's jump.
I think she's
to,
fine. We can.
Sure. Yeah. Let's jump to Finian.
What?
Someone make a roll of well, okay. I guess the question is, what's Finian trying to do at this point? Is Finian still just trying to put distance so the other ship can't shoot him, or is Finian trying to maneuver a pickup?
I think Finian, seeing us coming, is moving to maneuver mode.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right. Then that's what we're gonna be rolling. We're gonna be rolling maneuver. This is a +2 plus the Finian's proficiency, so a +4 total. As Finian tries to maneuver the ship around to collect Sahaina and Oren.
Okay.
I can take this one? Oh,
sure.
Okay. Oh, no. I didn't say that. I did not say I can take this one. Somebody else.
Heard you roll.
No, I was just banging my foot. That's okay. Hold on. That is an 8. If we added 4, that would be 12. However, I have 2 luck, and I would like to roll. The first one is a D4, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This seems really important. I feel like I should roll a D6 and use both my luck.
Okay.
Oh. Come on, Schwartz. That's a 4.
Okay. So you're at a 16. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So Finian, now on this occasion, because Oren killed the helmsman, Finian is actually rolling unopposed by the enemy ship on this one action before someone else can grab the helm of the Reckless Grace. And so there is that advantage in this moment. So Finian, seizing the opportunity, swings the Traveler's gift around and begins bearing down on the skiff. Now, at this point, 2 things are happening. Only 2. One of those things is that being very aware of your position, the gunners of the Reckless Grace are going to fire on the skiff.
No.
So this is an important roll.
Oh, man.
Yep.
So I need Orin and Sohina to make dexterity saving throws.
So a saving throw, dexterity. Okay.
Ha! That's a 6.
I rolled a 10 plus my plus 5. So 15.
15. Okay, so Sohina, you see the guns blast, and you leap. Orin,
What was
you
that?
too, but it's not a quick reaction. And so you're there when the guns of the Reckless Grace just blow the middle out of the skiff.
Okay.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
This is a little bit better. Okay, 23.
Oh.
Okay. An odd thing happens. The thing that's not odd is that a projectile smashes a hole through the skiff, which is rapidly taking on water now. The odd thing is that as it smashes a hole, it seems to break apart, and there's this sort of pale vapor that bursts all around. You cough a couple of times, and there's this brief moment of disorientation, but you succeed on the saving throw, and so maintain your presence in the moment. Just in time to be thrown from the ship. Go ahead and take, if you would, 13 points of force damage.
No, okay. I am not allowed to use mage armor on somebody else's. I mean, this isn't really a turn, right?
Nope.
I don't like both of you shaking your heads like that. Did not enjoy that.
The other thing that's happening right now is Ellie-wise. You are flying through the air. You feel the pain of an eldritch bolt hitting you. And then suddenly you don't have feathers and wings anymore. You are a gnome. And entirely subject to the whims of cruel gravity. Heartless wench that she is. Actually.
Can I scream for Sam while falling? If you want me to hit ground, that's fine. I can scream for Sam afterwards.
I want you to hit ground. Generally, the rules hold that the falling happens on the turn when the flying stops, and not on your turn per se.
I see. Okay, I will.
So you need to have a reaction like feather fall or something like that. Relevant here, but I don't think druids can cast feather. So
I hate this.
We need to make an important roll.
Oh God.
To determine.
I'm really good at those.
Where Ellie-wise is gonna fall.
Oh gosh.
So what we're gonna do is we're going to roll a d12 because it's conveniently divisible. On a roll of 1 through 4, Ellywise falls within the walls of the little outpost on top of the island.
No.
Oh, that'd be real
On a
bad.
roll of 5 through 8, Ellywise falls on the rocky side of the island.
Oh my god.
On a roll of 9 through 12, Ellywise lands in the water. Okay.
Well, none of those are great options.
There weren't great options available here.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a selection of unpleasant options. Is what I have on the menu in this particular tavern.
So you wrote that menu before?
Oh my god. Sorry.
No, actually, I just made it up.
That was incredible.
I just made it up. This particular scenario was not one that I foresaw.
I know. I know.
My notes are all about a naval battle.
Silly Philip.
So, Ellywise, would you like
It's
to
our own
roll a d12, please?
I don't. You're just
I
gonna
mean, I
make
can
me.
if you'd like.
No.
Okay.
You got this. I like that one.
Hey. All right, so you're going to land in the water. You rolled a 9 and are going to land in the water. You are still going to fall a substantial distance here. And from a height. Therefore, water... The advantage here of water is you're closer to your comrades than you might otherwise be.
Cool.
So you're falling up.
Yep. To clarify, I absorbed the rest of the 5
Yes.
extra damage. Okay.
Correct. So
I
you should
have
be
that
down
reflected
5.
in my...
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yes. So for our audience members who might not know, when your wild shape is destroyed, however many hit points the wild shape has are destroyed, and then any excess damage goes on to the druid themselves. So Ellywise took 14 points of damage. Her owl form had 9 left, and so Ellywise took the extra 5. And now, from falling, Ellywise will take... Oof.
Ugh.
Let's see, that is 8. That is 14, 16 points of damage.
She's out in the water. I only have 13 left.
Oh my god.
Okay. So Ellywise falls from the sky, strikes the water at speed, and is unconscious there.
Can we make perception checks to notice Ellywise?
Sure.
All right. I'm sick of these 10s.
Natural 20.
Oh, thank
Hey.
goodness.
Nice.
Orin, you definitely see Ellywise hit the water, as you yourself are gasping and in the water. So that's the situation, y'all. 3 of you are in the water. 1 of you is unconscious. Finian is, oddly enough, safest of all. Solo helming your ship.
He's going to have
So here we are.
so much to say if we don't die.
I imagine that were we to cut to, he's saying, like I imagine it being said as Finian wrestles with the helm. It's just a string of profanity.
I desperately, Philip, want you to run a one-on-one session with Colin before he knows what's happened and just have him react as Finian and force him to play this scenario out.
Absolutely amazing.
Okay,
I was just
so
thinking That's why he didn't join us today. We just couldn't air any of his.
Yes, yes.
That's what it was, yeah.
Colin's commentary is not family safe. Does not fit the editorial constraints of our format.
Mhm.
Okay, gang. So that's where we are. So new round. I think we should roll initiative. I think that's the best way to keep this organized. Let's roll initiative. I'll roll initiative for Finian, and that'll be when your ship is able to act.
Really
Can't
wanted
decide
that
if
for
it's-
my death save.
Good or bad that Finian rolls kind of a low initiative here.
All right, so I rolled a 2 plus my 3. Oh. Yeah, okay.
All right, Oren, what you got?
A 4.
Eliwise
16.
and Sohina.
5.
Wow. Okay, so our order is going to be
The
Eliwise,
unconscious one.
No!
followed by the Reckless Grace, followed by Sohina, followed by Oren and Finian, who both rolled 4s. Oren, is your dexterity modifier more than 1?
It is a 2, in fact.
Then you go first. And Finian and the Traveler's Gift will bring up the rear. Okay. So, Eliwise is first. So I need you to roll a death save, Eliwise.
Ugh.
16.
Okay.
All right, 1 success. Excellent.
Awesome.
All right, the Reckless Grace is a new helmsman is aboard. The Reckless Grace, however, is no longer needs to catch up to Finian, who's come around to rescue his comrades, and so is going to fire at Traveler's Gift. Okay. And Traveler's Gift's armor is 5. So the way this works is we are taking the raw D20 roll of Reckless Grace, which totaled an 18, and we're comparing it to the armor of the Traveler's Gift, which is a 5. So for every multiple of the Traveler's Gift's armor that the Reckless Grace beats it by, Traveler's Gift will take another damage. So the Traveler's Gift, this is a pretty bad hit, and the Traveler's Gift is going to take 3 damage. So a bad hit is done to the Traveler's Gift here.
Cool.
Oh, man.
Indeed. And then it is Sohina's turn. You're in the water. What you doing?
I would like to cast Celebrate Life first and foremost and howl Eliwise's name.
Okay. So what happens when we cast Celebrate Life?
Allies can choose to expend one of their hit dice at the start of their turn. When they do so, they roll the die, recover a number of hit points equal to the result plus my charisma modifier. In addition, allies within range have advantage on death saves, though they don't need to see or hear you to receive this benefit.
Awesome. That is fantastic. Okay, so you begin a bardic performance as your action. What else would you like to do? You can still move. You can, if you have a bonus action, you can inspire somebody.
Oh. Okay, so currently Orin is not hurt.
Oh, I got goofed.
Orin is hurt, yes.
Orin is hurt. Okay,
Mhm.
well, the Celebrate Life applies to Orin as well.
Mhm.
And I'm imagining that in the water I'm not struggling.
In what sense?
I can swim just fine
You
is
can
the idea.
swim, yes.
Okay.
Yes. You are sailors, you can swim.
All right, so my thought is I would just like to wait a minute, what was the second thing you said I could?
You can use
I
your bardic
can-
inspiration to inspire somebody. You can try to swim somewhere.
Yeah. I feel like because the bardic inspiration is focused a bit more on attack.
Or a skill check.
Okay.
It is the sort of thing that could be used on ship checks as well. So you could inspire Finian, and that would apply to ship checks that are being made as well. So skill checks, attacks, anything. Anytime you're rolling a d20, you can use the bardic inspiration.
All right. See, I also want to I in my mind I'd like to gather Orin up and swim toward Ellie Wise, but I can't do that and also cast inspiration. Go.
You can move. That'd
Yep.
be the swimming part. And you can use bardic inspiration. That's a bonus action.
Okay.
I would say hauling Orin along as you swim is going to be very, very slow. Orin's conscious. He's just injured.
Right.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to be hauled. He can swim.
Okay. All right. So yes, I would like to move toward Ellie Wise, and I would like to cast bardic inspiration on Finian.
Okay. So you'll remember that there is what is your bardic inspiration die?
Bardic inspiration, D6.
Great. So there's a D6 that can be applied to a roll that you guys have Finian make. And you're swimming towards Elliewise?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Orin.
Okay.
You have the option to spend a hit die at the beginning of your turn.
Yes.
Because of Celebrate Life.
I will do that.
I thought you might.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Roll
should
a
actually
D10.
cast these.
3 hit points.
Plus charisma.
And my
plus,
charisma. Yep.
What's your charisma
What's your-
modifier?
+4.
So 7. So much better. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Orin is going to try to. How close is the Reckless Grace?
I mean, probably still 100 or so feet off from you.
Okay. How close is Ellie Wise?
Elliewise is probably. I mean, honestly, Elliewise is probably 50 feet from you.
Okay.
Can Sohaina say I got Ellie Wise, go help Finian, or
You absolutely can.
Okay.
doesn't mean you have to, of course, but
Yeah. Then Orin is going to use his movement to go towards Reckless Grace, just start swimming as fast as he can.
I just want to know that I heard which ship you're sailing you're swimming towards correctly.
Well, they're both in the same general direction, right?
No. Finian was running and he's had to come around to try and rescue you all.
Okay.
And so Finian's we'll say just for easy cardinal directions. Finian's bearing down on you from the west. The Reckless Grace is coming from the north.
Okay. Orin is going to swim towards the Reckless Grace, though.
Okay.
And he is going to try to get within 90 feet of it, basically.
Okay. Even just without doing anything, moving half speed in the water, I would guess we would say you are able. We'll say you're able to get within 90 feet of it at half speed.
Okay. Are the guns below deck? The ones you just fired?
Yes. There is a gun deck. Yeah, the guns are.
Okay.
Hang on. I've actually got. Again, because I imagined a naval battle, I actually have a diagram of the Reckless Grace here. The Reckless Grace has her guns on the main deck.
Okay. Would you say, Philip?
Oh, yay.
Basically, I'm trying to cast Sleep. So I have to pick a spot on the ship that can affect every creature within 20 feet of that spot. Can I have the guns and the helm in the same 20-foot sphere?
You can have some guns and the helm within the same 20-foot sphere.
Okay. I would like to do that. Basically, the back half of the ship. And yeah, I'm going to cast Sleep.
All right.
On the ship.
Okay.
So.
Roll your dice.
That's so cool.
I have 36 total hit points to knock people out.
Okay. Just over the wind, you can hear Finian screaming at you as you swim the wrong direction, in fluent pirate cursing. Okay.
Oren, that
see.
first stroke was a butterfly. It was like the hardest stroke.
Okay. Yeah, you do that, but you're not in any position to observe what effect that had.
Yep.
Oh, poop.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't think I have a bonus action that I can do or desire to do. So that's it.
Perfect. It's Finian's turn.
Come get me.
Well, the thing is,
I know.
Finian cannot lean out the side and grab you from the water.
Can't pull a rescue Dane.
So what Finian does, play Finian smart here, is you see that Finian, Finian's going to try and maneuver. So I need a roll of maneuver from Finian as he's trying to not run you all over as he comes in to try and rescue you. So who's rolling for Finian?
I can.
Okay, this is +4, and there is a D6 inspiration die available.
15.
15. Okay, so Finian is kind of forced to slow the ship down here. He's trying to maneuver in pretty close to the rocks. This is not an ideal position for a ship. And
this isn't an ideal anything, Philip. None of this is ideal.
Now, it's the end of a round with a ship encounter. This is a weird ship encounter. It's our first ship encounter, and it's already a weird ship encounter. But generally, your ship gets one free action at the bottom of the encounter. Finian uses this free action to swing the crane out off the side. So the crane arm with its hook and line are swung off the side. Finian is not controlling it, but it's out there.
Yes.
So rather than return fire, Finian swings the crane out. Back to the top. Ellywise, you have advantage on a death save.
You got this.
Thank God.
I needed that.
There it is.
Thank you.
19.
So close.
One off, yeah. All right, you have another success. The Reckless Grace is going to fire again.
At who? At what?
The Reckless Grace is firing at the Traveler's Gift.
Okay.
I am going to give her disadvantage on this roll because you did put some of the gunners to sleep.
Yay!
So that's good. The Reckless Grace rolls very badly and does not deal significant damage to the ship. So, yes, the projectiles fly wide, and the Traveler's Gift is still intact. But it's kind of limping. Okay. So Haina.
Am I close enough to pick up Ellie Wise?
At this point, you can swim to Ellie Wise.
All right. So I'd like to get to Ellie Wise. Seeing that she is still unconscious, I would like to yell again. Because I can cast Celebrate Life again, right? I have...
You don't have to cast it again. You're just maintaining it at this point.
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
Yeah. So it uses a bonus action to keep the performance going.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
So my movement and bonus action are occupied right now. And as far as Bardic Inspiration, does that also need?
That doesn't have to be redone. It stays for a minute.
Okay.
Or 10 minutes. Sorry.
10 minutes. Right. Okay. You
can give another Bardic Inspiration to another person. Like a creature can only have one at a time, but you can give one to another person.
And can Orin have both Celebrate Life and Bardic Inspiration?
Sure can.
Can he? All right.
And then you still have an action.
Yeah. Then I would like to... I'm trying to think of what I would yell. I would like to cast Bardic Inspiration on Orin, and I'm not sure just what she would yell. But just something like, Orin, what are you doing? And...
I'm helping!
Maybe! I can't really see.
And let's say she mutters something in her Null language and then casts it. She doesn't mutter it, she yells it and then sends some inspiration his way.
Okay. And then you still have an action.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's what you said, and that wasn't my action. How is that not an action?
Because Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, and the way that it's set up, Bardic Performance, you can maintain it in the same bonus action as you use Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
So it doesn't steal your bonus action. So yes.
All right. I'm so sorry. Well, I honestly don't know.
Cast a spell.
Hang on.
Oh, okay.
I need to see the restrictions on enlarge and reduce. That is okay. On a success. All right. Well, I'm just going to ask you how big of a thing can I reduce?
You cause a creature or an object you can see within range to grow larger or smaller for the duration. Choose a creature or object that is neither worn nor carried. The target is unwilling. It makes a con save. The target is a creature. Probably not.
What did he say?
Eric asked, "Can an object be unwilling?"
Oh.
What? Why don't you tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you whether you can do it.
Well, honestly, I was looking to... ideally, it'd be great to reduce the Reckless Grace itself.
Well, they're not within 30 feet of you, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then that's not gonna, that would have been the only thing that I was thinking to do. I can carry Ellie Wise, no problem, so that's not an issue. Go ahead if I don't.
If you don't want to cast a spell, you could use the dash action and try to swim with Ellie Wise back towards the Traveler's Gift.
Thank you. I would like to do that.
Okay. All right. And then it is Orin's turn.
Alrighty. Orin is going to now begin making his way towards Traveler's Gifts. So, yeah, he's just going to start swimming as hard as he can towards the crane to try and climb up it.
Okay. So you swam out towards. All right, so you're gonna try and swim back and grab. Give me an athletics check.
15.
Okay. You are able to swim back and are in line with the Traveler's Gift as it's coming in. And so I will allow you to try to grab the crane.
Okay.
This is going to be... I think this has got to be a dexterity-based check.
Okay.
I would take acrobatics. I would take sleight of hand.
They're all the same.
Okay.
So.
And we're rolling dexterity. And remember, you've got Bardic Inspiration.
21.
Nice.
Gasping, you stick up a hand and catch the hook of the crane and are hauled along, not out, because it's not being operated. It's just there. So you are now being keel hauled by your own ship. As Finian tries desperately to bear down on. Okay. Finian is gonna try and put the Traveler's Gift in a position for Sohaina and Eliwise to get aboard. So somebody needs to roll maneuver for the Traveler's Gift with a +4.
You want it,
I rolled
Casey?
last time.
I can do it.
Casey.
Oh.
$14.
14. Okay. Finian swings the ship again. Orin, you're dragged wildly to one side. And is coming alongside as best he can, frantically waving towards the two of you in the water. All right, it is ship action time. There are some options here. Finian could have the crane haul Orin aboard the ship. Or we can leave Orin hanging for the moment, and we can fire the guns.
Oh.
Orin's a decent climber. He's got a +5 athletics, so I think we fire the guns and Orin can try to climb up the rope.
All right, so we're rolling firepower against the Reckless Grace. The Reckless Grace has an armor of 4.
Ugh. Mia, you want to roll this time?
Yeah.
All right, the modifier here, your firepower is a 3, so your modifier here is going to be a +5.
All right, let's go. Big numbers.
Oh, I apologize. It's just going to be a +3 because no one is operating the guns, so no one's proficiency is there to be added.
Okay. That's 14. So +3, that's 17.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is glorious in the most undeserved possible way. The ship swings around to try and grab you all, and as it does, Finian activates the guns that he's primed, and they all fire like directly over Orin's head.
Oh my god.
So a 17 is a great roll in this situation, because that means that we're going to deal 4, 8, 6, we're going to deal 4 damage to the Reckless Grace, which is a lot of damage. So she's coming on, and I think what happens is she's turned directly in, and so when Finian fires, he's sweeping the length of her deck instead of firing at her broadside.
Nice.
The projectiles are going to fly down the length of her deck, and so you see chunks of wood and crew members go flying as the ship fires into the Reckless Grace, and she
Well done, Mia.
veers off. Okay, back to the beginning of the round. Ellywise, death save with advantage.
Ooh, advantage.
How about 2 again?
Oh,
Hey, 10. That's 3 success.
Oh,
You
10
stabilize.
does it, right?
Oh.
Yep, 10 does it. You stabilize. You no longer need to make
just
this saves.
sleepy.
You're just unconscious.
Thank you, Sahina. I needed those.
Yeah, that was good. You'd have been bases loaded otherwise.
Yep.
Oh no, you'd be 2 and 1. Yeah, you'd be down.
Yeah, in a very bad
Oh,
it'd be
that's
worse.
true. It would be worse.
Yeah.
Nope, not thinking about it. Yay, successes.
Okay, the Reckless Grace. Her helmsman is going to make a maneuver action to try and get a better position this time. So Finian's trying to pick you all up, so I really don't feel like Finian should be allowed to roll against that in this particular moment. So the Reckless Grace veers off after that shot, and tries to swing along. She's basically trying to swing around to come behind your ship, perpendicular, so that she can now sweep y'all's deck with her guns when she gets a chance to fire again. Sahina, the ship is near,
Oh.
and Orin's in the water on a crane.
Okay. So I am near enough for reduce.
Actually,
you
no,
were-
because
you
your
were
ship
thinking-
is. I assumed you were going to try and get out of the water.
Doesn't
Don't
sound
be
like
silly,
us.
Philip.
No, your ship is more than 30 feet long. You're on one end of your
Okay,
ship. The
all right.
Reckless Grace is on the other end of the ship.
So yes, then I would like to attempt to jump up. How like hook myself on the crane?
Sure.
Okay. Do I need to roll something for that, or do we say
I would say you need to roll something with dexterity to grab the crane. I will say you have advantage because it's a smaller target because it's got an Orin on the end of it now. And so, worst case scenario, you just grab Orin instead of the crane. So I would say with advantage, make a dexterity check. It can be acrobatics if you're proficient in that. I think you are.
Yeah. Let me just see the acrobatics is gorgeous. Let's do it. Come on, Schwartz, let's go. That's an 18 plus a 7.
18 plus 7.
25.
That's so much.
Can I still grab onto one of Orin's horns, like in my hand?
Ow!
I reached out.
You rolled a 25. You can do whatever you want.
No!
So yes, you can absolutely grab one of Orin's horns.
Ow!
I would like to grab the horn and then just sort of pull myself up. I'm using his horn as leverage.
You end up with this amazing acrobatics roll. You end up holding the line with your feet kind of on Orin's shoulders in this very dramatic piratical pose.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
could
that
have
works
just
for me.
grabbed the rope next to my hand.
Your horn was just there. I'm sorry.
Okay. Wow. It is Orin's turn.
Cool. Well,
So at this
It
point,
was pretty cool.
You can athletics to try and climb back aboard the ship as your move action.
Okay.
Or if you want to do something from your current position of waist deep in the sea, you can do that.
Probably just gonna try to climb up with my move action. So athletics, you said?
Yes, athletics will be just fine.
13? Climbing a rope?
13 is fine. You're climbing a rope.
Okay.
You're a sailor. Climbing a rope seems like it's got to be pretty 101 in the sailor world.
Maybe not be day one stuff, but it's at least first week, like, of pirate training. Yeah. And then Orin is going to rush to the, Finian's got the helm. It makes no sense to try and, that's my job, so get out of here. So Orin's just going to make a rush for the guns, just trying to man those to help the fight. So.
Okay, great. So you hurry down the gangplank, down the ladder into the gunnery position. Awesome. Okay, then it is Finian's turn, and Finian very badly needs to maneuver away before the ship runs aground on this island that he's bearing down on to pick you all up. So who would like to roll this important maneuver check for Finian?
I did the last one. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
+4, and I believe we have not used the Bardic Inspiration, so that's still there.
14. Probably use the Bardic Inspiration. So that's a D6. Go ahead.
Okay. So we're using in our game terms action. We're using the ship action hard over. So 15 means you're not going to run, or 14 means you're not going to run aground. However, if you want to, if your roll ended up beating the maneuver check made earlier by the Reckless Grace, it would put you in an advantageous position for whatever you do next.
Do we know what their maneuver check was, or is that a secret?
You don't know what their maneuver check is.
Keep your secrets. Bardic Inspiration is D6, correct?
Correct.
Okay, let's do it. I'll get you to a 16.
16. All right, cool. The good news is you have matched the Reckless Grace's roll, which means neither of you will have advantage on the next
Gotcha.
Check against the. So you did successfully discount the advantage of the Reckless Grace.
Hooray!
Yay!
Okay. It is now the turn of a ship action. So, again, it's possible to fire at the Reckless Grace from this position, or we can use the ship action to haul in our compatriots.
I think we shoot, right?
Yeah,
Climb up?
absolutely.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody roll a gunnery check. This time it can add Orin's proficiency.
Fire the guns.
Sorry, firepower check.
Orin's proficiency?
Right.
Which is a +2. Everyone's proficiency is +. But yes, Orin went below, so there is now a player character on the gun
+5.
deck.
Got you.
So yeah, total of +5.
I can do it.
Yep.
Oh. I just don't typically roll well, so I am sorry.
Hey!
Oh, snap!
Okay, y'all saw that before I did. I thought I rolled a 4.
Yeah.
I was like,
No.
So the total of 25.
yes.
Okay. So someone please tell me how in the Monty Python, in spite of beginning this encounter in the way that we did, your guns have just disabled the Reckless Grace.
I think this says more about the Reckless Grace than it does.
No, shush. Shush.
Finian, or it says a lot about
Yeah.
Finian.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Someone give me a description of what happens here. The two ships are kind of maneuvering for position.
Go for it, Eric.
Orin clambers down the ladder below deck to the guns, and finds the next set primed that Finian had just had the foresight to. They're leaving me behind, so maybe this will be necessary.
Well, you got the kobolds designed an auto loader, so
yeah. Fair. Appreciate that, kobolds. And I think Orin is not the gunnery person, so he's kind of freaking out.
Conveniently, what are the languages Orin speaks?
Orin speaks Common, Giant, Goblin, and Orcish.
Okay. There are a whole bunch of magical runes that control everything. But in several places in very crude paint, there are translations of the runes. And one of them absolutely just says kaboom.
Yeah, Orin gets down there and is looking around and sees that and just
the guns on that side fire and smash holes all through the Reckless Grace. You see one of the projectiles smashes through the middle of her mast, which cracks and falls over like a massive tree. The sail now dragging in the water. The whole ship lists hard to the side. Okay, so the Reckless Grace is now disabled in our game terms that we're using here, and disabled real bad. Y'all overdid, overreached the necessary damage to disable her in this fight. You have options. You can, if you want to be dangerous.
Awesome.
Sure. You can attempt to board this ship and take her, but that will involve fighting whatever there is of the crew. You also have her at your mercy, and I mean, effectively, this is an unconscious enemy.
Yeah.
You can fire again and sink her. She is crippled. You can sink this ship. At which point you could try to pick any of if you're trying to take prisoners, you can try and pick people out of the water. But if you want to take the ship, you will have to fight the crew. Or you can just put enough holes in this ship that it's going to go under.
I don't think we're in a position to. I'm not as hurt, but I'm not doing great. Ellie-wise is out. I think trying to board this thing right now is
agreed.
The fun but dumbest possible option.
Right.
We lucked out with how this encounter has gone for us, and so we do not need to press our luck. I kind of like the option personally of doing another shot into it and then trying to pick someone out of the water to take back. Okay. Philip nodding emphatically, yes.
And Mia.
I was realizing. I should say, you also, of course, could just sail away and leave her like this. There is nothing. Yeah. Nothing requires you to engage anymore at this point.
For the code of piracy.
It's more like guidelines.
Durga, we had them at our mercy, and we just decided, nah, we good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so you circle around, fire another broadside into the ship, which begins to sink rapidly at this point. You can see that already there were people abandoning the ship very, very quickly. and the ship starts to break apart. Is where we are at this point. So there are lots of people swimming away from this. There are also people clinging to bits of wreckage. Again, we're in a position where you guys can take as many risks as you want. You can try and just grab somebody and get out of here before anybody in the tower tries to intervene. You can try to haul in some salvage. You can whatever you want to do. You got chances. What do you want to do?
I think we get a prisoner and beat feet personally, like because we know that there are other people watching this happen from that tower, and yeah.
So let's say we're having that discussion, and Sohaina would want to say, I think we should grab a couple because we don't know which ones are important, and if we grab one person who doesn't know anything, that's not going to really help. So why don't we go over to where they're clinging to the ship, and we'll just swoop up a couple of them.
Okay, we can do that, but just keep in mind there are only 4 of us on this ship, so the more that we take, the likelihood of them being able to do something increases exponentially.
Okay, well, how about 2?
Oh, okay, sure. Do we have healing potions that I can like drop one on Ellie Wise's face to get her to wake up?
I'm gonna say that your med bay has you guys are welcome to buy more and stock your med bay. I'm gonna say that on a voyage your med bay has 1 healing potion for it's your defibrillator. It's like for emergencies break glass.
Gotcha.
So yes, you can grab the healing potion from the med bay and use it like an EpiPen.
My thought was Sohaina was going to bring Ellie Wise down there as soon as we got onto the ship, was just to bring her to the med bay. So
okay, great. Okay. So as soon as you guys are on, yes, you can pour a healing potion down Ellie Wise's throat. Ellie Wise, you wake up in the med bay. There are more windows in this ship than there used to be. They put a skylight in it, looks like.
Little disorienting. That's what I was saying when falling.
Yeah, or we should try to pluck a couple people out. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I just said hi. That's it. Go, Oren.
How is Oren doing that? Are you literally trying to like hook people with the crane? Are you offering people a ride? Like what is
Yeah,
Oren's
I think Oren is offering the hook, like to Sahaina's suggestion. Despite Oren's reservations, he tries to find something with like a couple of people, 2 specifically, and offer the hook to them.
Okay.
It's like, take it.
Make some kind of a charisma check. With advantage, they're stranded.
Yeah. Advantage.
Nice.
24.
You come upon a bit of the ship that's floating, and a couple of sailors looking up at you, and one of them just puts hand up and will take the hook and allow you to haul them in.
Welcome aboard, gentlemen.
I would take a perception check from anyone who is looking out at the wreckage at this point, which is probably all of you.
Yep.
Perception?
20.
Oof. Oh, there you go.
Ellie Wise is not feeling great with her 10.
Yeah, I got 12.
Okay. Oren, as you're surveying the wreckage, you see a couple of things. Oh, you had a 24?
20. Dirty 20.
Oh, a 20. Okay.
Yep.
That was all right. a couple of things draw your attention. One is you see several figures, of course, swimming hard for the island. One of them seems to be swimming with unusual adeptness and grace, and your eyes pick up a half elf in the water swimming for the island.
Particularly broody.
Fast. She's got a couple swords strapped to her back. Yeah.
Okay.
You spot who you think is probably the captain, but your attention is distracted because there is an object floating in the water. There is a flag of the Coral Fang Principality floating among the wreckage.
Okay. Note that down. Like, not going to try to. We can't try to claim it, like, or grab it or anything. So
you absolutely can.
Yeah.
Well, we can, but be a bad idea. Can I? How far away is it, Philip?
I mean, maybe 15 feet.
15 feet. Can I use my 15 feet? Aha! I'm gonna use Mage Hand to grab it.
Yay! Nice.
Excellent. Yes, you reach out with your Mage Hand and pluck the flag from the water and haul the soaked fabric aboard.
Shake it off a little bit. These colors mean something.
Finian from the helm. Right, are we done here?
Good job, by the way. Yes.
Yeah. Right. Are we done here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Finian brings the ship around as the remaining crew of the Reckless Grace swim hard for the island, and the sails fill, and the Traveler's Gift starts cruising south. Important question for next time, crew. Are we headed to 7th? Are we headed back to Vale to fulfill an expectation for Lord Kalis?
We did promise him that we would come right back.
Oh, but that seems so much less important. That I think we should go back to Durga. To Les Durga.
But we are also trying to make alliances, and if we don't fulfill our word, then that's going to reflect poorly on Les Durga. Or it says realizing probably the best talk track with Sahina.
Yes. I see what you're doing there. I just, I just thought you guys didn't like him, but...
Oh, I
liked
do
him.
not like him, but he seems like somebody with influence and power.
Also, and
So back to
beautiful
Vale.
blue eyes.
Stop it. His eyes are not... They're a creepy blue. They're not that beautiful.
Oh, I didn't
They're
get that
too
from
blue.
them.
Between this guy and Svoboda, I think we need to have a talk about expressing feelings on this ship.
Oh.
I'm very good at it.
Finian sets a course for Vale, and the wounded Traveler's Gift heads south back towards Vale, and that is where we will leave this episode. I cannot believe you got away with that. absolutely
Every
cannot
time.
believe you got away with that.
Man.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with any of these wonderful people, you can find links to all of their things in the description down below, along with links to our Discord, to our merch store. The new episodes of Blades and Banners come out on Mondays on YouTube and Spotify. You can join us for watch parties Monday at 7 Central in Mia's Discord, The Sandbox. And episodes of the Ship's Log, our Q&A show, come out on alternating Fridays on our YouTube. And until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for rolling with us. That's what I say. I say thanks for rolling with us.
Thanks for doing both.
It's so late. Good night.